Gaming graphics have come a long way, and this year promises to be a landmark. We're diving into games with next-gen graphics from 2025, and I'll do my best to show you actual gameplay I managed to find, not just the fancy trailers everyone is already using. We'll also compare how much graphics have improved from previous years. What's up guys, it's Respawnverse, and here we go. Kicking off our list is the highly anticipated debut title from MAFIA Games, Echoes of the End, which immediately impresses with its stunning visuals. The game's aesthetic is truly amazing, with many people noting strong Hellblade 2 vibes from its trailers, strongly suggesting it's powered by Unreal Engine 5. Players journey into the world of A.I.L.A, taking on the role of Ren, a vestige wielding powerful magical abilities. Her mission is to save her brother from an empire on the edge of war. Gameplay is third-person action-adventure, showcasing Ren using her powers and sword in dynamic combat against a variety of enemies, including soldiers, monstrous creatures, and giant bosses. Ren is not alone. She's joined by Abram Finley, a scholar who travels with her and helps during the journey, adding a sense of companionship. The developers have made it clear that this is not another Souls game, despite the dark fantasy setting. While it can be hard to stand out with so many Unreal Engine 5 games, the technical effort here is clear. It's definitely one to watch, not just for graphics, but for its whole design. Echoes of the End is set for release in summer 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. Vibrant yet dangerous, retro-futuristic world of Arc Raiders is an extraction shooter that really stands out. It's developed by Embark Studios, a Swedish team known for the explosive success of The Finals. This game brings a fresh take to a familiar genre. In the game, humanity is hiding underground in a city called Speranza. Brave raiders go up to the surface, known as the Rust Belt, to gather important resources. But up there, they face robot enemies from space, and other players fighting for the same loot. The main gameplay loop is intense. Go in, gather supplies, battle AI and players, and try to escape alive. Its visual style is colorful and retro-futuristic, like something out of the Jetsons, creating a unique atmosphere. Powered by Unreal Engine 5, Arc Raiders looks stunning. Combat feels good, with heavy guns and smooth movement. You even get a pickaxe as your melee weapon, a fun touch. After successful public tests, many players praised the game for its design and fast, familiar gameplay. Arc Raiders launches October 30th on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Mafia: The Old Country is the long-awaited prequel and fourth game in the legendary Mafia series. It takes players back to the brutal start of organized crime, set in 1900s Sicily. The game promises deep realism and rich storytelling, just like the older Mafia games. You play as Enzo Favara, working under Don Teresi, trying to survive in a dangerous world. It's made by Hangar 13, veterans of the Mafia franchise, and powered by Unreal Engine 5. This tech brings early 1900s Sicily to life with stunning detail and historical accuracy. One cool feature, the game includes full Sicilian voice acting, making everything feel even more authentic. Combat is action-focused, and the game sticks to a linear, story-driven design, which is rare these days with so many open-world games. That choice helps keep the plot tight and personal. The Mafia series has been around for over 22 years, with more than 38 million copies sold, showing its lasting popularity. Mafia: The Old Country is set for a worldwide release on August 8th for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Crimson Desert is an ambitious action-adventure RPG from Pearl Abyss, the creators of Black Desert. It started as an MMO idea, but changed into a single-player experience. Now it looks like something truly special. The visuals are incredible, from detailed character faces to wide-open lands. You can explore every mountain or landmark you see in the distance. Combat is fast, combo-based, and inspired by fighting games, with light and heavy attacks, grapples, and stuns. There's even a hold to combo system that makes it easier for beginners, while still offering depth for advanced players. The world is dynamic. You can cut down reeds blowing in the wind, or drop pillars on bosses. You follow Cliff and the Greymanes in a brutal continent called Pywell. The game includes seamless in-game cutscenes, so you're never taken out of the story. A release date of November 2nd, 2025 has been mentioned, but the developer said it's not confirmed yet, as they're still working hard on final polish. Crimson Desert is scheduled to release in late 2025 on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Silent Hill F takes the legendary horror series to 1960s Japan, a brand new setting for the franchise. You play as Hinako, a schoolgirl living in a town slowly swallowed by fog and nightmarish changes. This time, the story is written by Ryukishi 07, known for the scary Higurashi's novels. So expect deep emotions and psychological twists. The game mixes fear and beauty. The monsters are creepy and strange, but the world is also filled with delicate and haunting visuals. It's expected to have more action than the Silent Hill 2 remake, but without losing the fear. Konami is clearly targeting a younger audience with this one, especially teens who love creepy, psychological stories. Hinako is designed to be someone they can relate to. For PS5 Pro users, the game has a special graphics mode to keep frame rates smooth while keeping visuals sharp. Silent Hill F launches September 25th for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Instinction is an upcoming next-gen action horror adventure inspired by the classic Dino Crisis series. It takes players to the mysterious Valley of the Rift, located in the Yucatan Peninsula, where ancient dinosaurs walk side by side with ruins and strange science. Made by Hashbane Interactive, a studio from New Zealand, the game brings dinosaurs to life using help from real paleontologists. You can play solo or an online co-op with up to 3 others, and you can switch between first and third-person views whenever you want. The project started small and was self-funded, but extra support in 2022 helped the team grow and improve the game. A.I.L.A, that also pushed its release to 2025, a common story for many big indie games. The visuals are powered by Unreal Engine 5 and draw inspiration from Turok, Tomb Raider, and Alien Isolation. The game includes changing weather, big environments like forests, temples, and science labs. Instinction is set to launch in late 2025 on PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. CHRONOS, The New Dawn. A brand new kind of survival horror is coming with CHRONOS, The New Dawn, made by Bloober Team, the same studio behind the excellent Silent Hill 2 remake. This game brings a strong mix of dread and storytelling, set in a retro-futuristic version of Poland that's been destroyed by a disaster known as the Change. You play as a traveler who goes back in time to stop the end of the world. The developers even used real locations, including some of their own family homes, to make the setting feel personal and haunting. A standout mechanic is the terrifying fusion system, where enemy orphans can absorb the bodies of the dead to grow stronger. This forces players to burn corpses using a limited flamethrower, adding strategy and tension. The story is rich and emotional, diving into how the past shapes the future across different time periods. CHRONOS, The New Dawn, is set for release in fall 2025 on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Hunger is a first-person action RPG that uses an extraction loop, but it's much more than that. It grabs attention with a dark Renaissance Gothic art style, mixing early guns with brutal close combat. The setting includes grimy towns, grand castles, and high-detail graphics that really show off Unreal Engine 5. At its core, combat is a mix of shooting and slashing. It's both slow and fast at times, letting you take on the hunger and other players. You'll develop your character through deep RPG elements, over 100 talents, unique abilities, and tons of gear customization. The world is large and brutal, with 3 huge maps available at early access launch, each with a massive dungeon beneath. There's also a hub area called the Chateau, where you meet other players, get quests, and customize your setup. Hunger enters early access on PC in 2025, with more maps, weapons, and features coming in future updates. It's rated mature for its intense violence and horror themes, a clear sign of its dark tone. DEADCAM takes us into creepy territory with a 90s VHS horror vibe. Made by solo developer Jor Visser, known for Don't Scream, this indie horror title feels raw, unique, and terrifying. The game is made up of short stories shown as found footage. Each story is its own file, with the first one inspired by Japanese horror, set in an abandoned school. The experience blends survival fear with psychological horror, aiming for constant tension and surprises. You'll have weapons like katanas, pistols, flamethrowers, and chainsaws, giving you many ways to fight back. There are 3 possible endings in the first story, which lasts around an hour, giving players a reason to replay. DEADCAM uses Unreal Engine 5 to bring its retro style to life in a new way. It launches in Steam Early Access on June 23, 2025, with 4 more segments coming during development. Death Stranding 2, On the Beach. The highly awaited sequel, Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, is directed by the legendary Hideo Kojima. Just like the first game, it focuses on delivering cargo and exploring dangerous lands. But this time, things are bigger and better. It's made with the Decima engine and looks absolutely stunning. Lighting, nature, and terrain all feel alive, making this one of the best-looking games of this generation. Combat has been greatly improved, now offering stealth like Metal Gear Solid 5, and new weapons that don't kill but disable. You'll also visit more varied areas, from deserts to forests, with weather like sandstorms and even fire rain. The story continues from the first game, but it's easier to understand. New characters like Tarman and Rainey add fun and emotion to your team, traveling inside a mobile HQ called the DHV Melon. Kojima's strange style is still there, with weird and deep moments that fans love. But even Kojima himself wondered if this sequel might be too safe. Death Stranding 2 launches June 26, 2025, only on PlayStation 5. Directive 8020 is Supermassive Games' bold new step into cosmic sci-fi horror. It's not part of their usual horror anthology. This time, they're doing a big, standalone story, rebuilt from scratch in Unreal Engine 5. Set in the near future, Earth is dying. A spaceship called the Cassiopeia crashes on an alien world named Tau Ceti F. Now, a terrifying creature is among the crew, able to mimic humans, leading to paranoia and deadly choices. The story clearly takes inspiration from Alien and The Thing. Gameplay has changed too. Now, you control characters directly, sneaking around in real time while trying to spot the imposter. The cast features adult professionals, not teenagers, making it feel more serious and grounded. Directive 8020 launches October 2nd for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. The Slayer is back, and this time, we're going medieval. Doom: The Dark Ages is a brutal prequel that tells the story of how the Slayer first began. Built on the powerful ID Tech 8 engine, the game looks incredible, with ray tracing, weather effects, and super detailed animations. This time, the combat is less about fast-flying moves and more about heavy, crushing fights. You feel like a walking tank, getting up close and personal with demons. The new shield saw is awesome. It can be thrown, used to block, and even parry for extra damage. There's also a weapon called the Skull Crusher, and yes, it does exactly what it sounds like. The story is told directly through the action, not hidden in logs or codex entries. Reviews have been amazing, and in just the first week, it hit 3 million players. Doom: The Dark Ages is out now on all major platforms, and also available on Xbox Game Pass. A.I.L.A is a strange and scary game where you play as a tester inside an AI-created world that changes based on your deepest fears. The game's name comes from the artificial intelligence, A.I.L.A, who watches you and shapes your nightmare as you play. The gameplay jumps between different horror styles, sometimes survival, sometimes action, sometimes solving creepy puzzles. You'll fight cult members, undead knights, and face your own mind in a journey that keeps changing. Graphically, it's one of the best-looking horror games out there. Built with Unreal Engine 5, it uses lumen lighting and metahuman characters to make every detail look real, from bloody walls to blinking shadows. Every playthrough can feel different, and the AI's reactions keep the tension high. A.I.L.A is set to release in late 2025 for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Code Violet brings back dinosaur survival horror in a big way, and it's being called a spiritual successor to Dino Crisis. You play as Violet Sinclair, a woman who wakes up in the future on a planet called TRAPPIST-1E, inside a ruined lab overrun with dangerous dinosaurs. Her mission is to escape, save others, and find out what the shady Aeon Corporation is really up to, while being hunted by creatures and a mysterious enemy called the Director. The game is made by Team Kill Media and uses Unreal Engine 5 with ray tracing and full support for PS5's 3D audio and haptic feedback. Combat is intense and the graphics are stunning. However, the devs made headlines for refusing to release it on PC, saying they wanted to avoid vulgar mods and protect voice actors and story integrity. This caused a lot of debate, but it also gave the game major attention. Code Violet is set to release in July 2025, only on PlayStation 5. We end with Chrono Odyssey, a next-gen MMORPG that's trying to reshape the entire genre. Set in a fantasy world called Cetera, players fight massive creatures and even control time itself. Visually, this game is stunning, from giant bosses to floating cities and shattered lands. Everything looks polished and sharp, thanks to Unreal Engine 5. It's a full MMO, meaning thousands of players share the world at once with no loading screens. That's a big technical leap forward. The combat system is deep, but easy to pick up. There are different classes, skill trees, and special roles like healer, tank, or damage dealer, perfect for team play. Post-launch content includes 10-player raids, 5-player dungeons, open PvP areas, and solo challenge zones called Chrono Gates. Even better, the devs promise no pay-to-win mechanics, only cosmetic microtransactions. That's a big deal in today's gaming world. Chrono Odyssey releases in Q4 2025 for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. And if you love open-world games, this one is definitely worth checking out. Man, if you told me back in the day, when we were huddled around a fat CRT monitor playing pixelated shooters, that we'd end up here with games that look like actual movies, I wouldn't have believed you. But here we are, 2025, and every game feels like a full-on experience. And I know you're still out there, just like me, chasing that feeling. One more good story, one more boss fight, one more late-night session that goes way past midnight. So yeah, I'll keep digging these up and showing you the good stuff, because I know you care about this world just as much as I do. Now that the video's ended, I'll catch you in the next one, alright? We still got some epic games to play.